girl, you love your city or not? You gonna share it or not? You gatekeeping or not? My name is Carmion Hamilton, and I'm a Memphis-based interior designer. And when I'm not sharing my love, expertise, or perspective on design, you'll probably catch me somewhere chatting wholeheartedly and loudly about my love for the city of Memphis. Now, I have to apologize because I have done my community a huge disservice. Now, I've given countless recommendations to individuals that are asking for ideas on what to do in their time here in the city when they're coming to visit, or even people that live here and just need some fresh ideas for how to spend an evening. But in all of my years in sharing these recommendations, I have created the biggest problem of an influencer. I have yet to put all this information in one place. So, first and foremost, apologies to my community. Secondly, that changes today. Okay? Your girl got you. Okay? And it's a good one. Let's get into my list of Memphis favorites. But before I get into my favorites, slight disclaimer. I, Carmion, spend the majority of my time in Memphis, in downtown Memphis, Midtown Memphis, and East Memphis. So those are the places that I am going to be exclusively discussing today. Yes, there are lots of beautiful, amazing, fabulous places outside of those areas, but me personally, these are the areas that I am in on a day-to-day basis. The majority of my time in my existence in this city is spent downtown, midtown, or out east. So that's where I'm focusing. Just want to put that out there. Let's start with where to stay. Now, this is for those out of towners you're coming in to visit, but this is also a highly recommended list for if you are a local and you need somewhere to stay for a staycation. I highly recommend staying downtown. Midtown is also great, but you're much better off staying downtown. Now, downtown, my top picks are Arrive Hotel, Central Station Hotel, the Caption, and the Canopy. I have stayed at all four of these locations. I love them. The service is great. The design is amazing. The food options are also amazing. And the Arrive Hotel, which is probably my top destination, top pick, top recommendation, it houses my favorite coffee shop, and so many other things. It's so close to all of my favorite places in downtown Memphis. So that's where to stay. Now, if you venture into Midtown, the Memphian Hotel in Overton Square. Beautiful. Probably my favorite when it comes to aesthetics. Has a great rooftop bar. There isn't much to look at from the view up there, but there is a rooftop bar. But also located very close to lots of my favorite places. So that's Midtown and downtown. Out east, you're getting into your normal hotel-y, regular places to stay. Don't stay out east. Visit out east, but don't stay out there. You guys know I am a huge coffee nerd, coffee lover, coffee connoisseur, and coffee investor. So, my favorite coffee shops. So, first and foremost, we're starting at home base, the Anti Gentrification Coffee Club, also known as Cxffeeblack. Now, Cxffeeblack is a Black owned coffee shop based here in Memphis. It is one of the only Black owned coffee brands that is completely Black from growth to roast. They are notable, like globally recognized, notable roasters in the coffee industry. And they're just an incredible coffee brand to begin with. So great that I have invested in them personally because I believe in them that much. So that's the Anti Gentrification Coffee Club. They are pretty centralized, like Midtown area, technically considered North Memphis, but it is a destination. You got to go there, have the coffee, learn a lesson about coffee, and then buy some coffee to take home with you. Second, Arrive Hotel in their shop, Hustle and Dough. Love that shop. Close by is Dr. Bean's Coffee Emporium. Super great. Love their coffee as well. And lastly, Comeback Coffee, which is on North Main, in what we call the Pinch District. Also, beautiful coffee shop. And that coffee shop just so happens to be located right next door to one of my favorite plant shops, Greenhouse. All of these are amazing. They're all locally owned. That's my coffee spiel. There are tons of other places to get coffee, but those are the places where I get my coffee on a day-to-day basis if I'm not making it at home. If I'm not making it at home, it's from one of those places. Let's get to the biggest question: where to eat? This is in no particular order. I am starting downtown, making my way out east, but not a like first to last kind of situation. This is just all the places I love. Okay, y'all ready? Amelia Jeans, which is great for an anniversary dinner, fancy dinner. They are one of our most upscale restaurants, but they're casual. So there's not really a dress code, but don't go in there looking like anything. But if you want a fancy dinner to remember, the service is impeccable. The food is also incredible. My favorite thing in there is the prawn salad. Oh, it's got like a Korean spin. Oh, just so good. Catherine and Mary's. Catherine and Mary's is one of my favorites for happy hour, sit at the bar. Actually, I sit at the bar at all these places. Like, I'm a bar sitter. Very rarely do I get a table anywhere, but I love to sit at the bar anywhere. So, brief disclaimer. These are all great for sit at the bar and get some food, but also great for dinner, date, girl trip, whatever. Okay. All right. Catherine and Mary's, Italian, downtown. So amazing. Fresh pasta, just great. Bartenders are also incredible, which is why I sit at the bar. Vibes are always dope. Good Fortune. Good Fortune, Asian fusion. It's a twist on, like, not even a twist, but there's ramen. But my favorite thing on the menu are their wings. Oh, the wings, Lord. Also have one of the best playlists in town. The vibes are immaculate. Super cool, casual, fun. Only open evenings, but you put it on the list. Don't miss it. Sage, also downtown. Black owned, food bomb. Get the southern egg rolls. Best thing going. Bartenders are hilarious. It's always a vibe in there. Biscuits and jams. Oh, the best biscuits you'll ever eat in your life. Also located downtown in the Indigo Hotel. Great for breakfast, lunch, brunch. Also Black owned. Archive Bistro, another Black owned restaurant. This one is located in the Napoleon Hotel. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Their dinner service is amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful restaurant. Yes, go. Now, this one is on my list of faves, but it's one that I always forget about because it's one of those if you know kind of things. Like, even the entrance to this restaurant looks like a fire escape. Like, you have to be going there. You're not going to stumble across it. You can't stumble across it. Okay. And it is Itabina. Great dinner, soulful southern menu, rich everything. It's dark and moody in there. It's above BB King's, but go to Itabina. Also a great anniversary dinner. Like, you want to dress up, you can dress up and go there. Like, by the way, all of these places, almost all of the places that I'm naming are casual. Well, I won't even say casual. They are just not pretentious. They don't have dress codes. It's very much just come in here, pay for your food, know how to act. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, don't go in there looking like anything, but all of them, if you want to make it a special occasion, you can absolutely dress up, put on your fanciest, flyest, whatever, tablecloths, all those things are there, but you don't have to. And that's what I love about them. Like, I love a place that feels like it can be elegant one night, but approachable the next day when I'm just wanting to stop in and eat at the bar. I can do that on any given day. So it's what I love about 99% of the places that I have on my list. And that's kind of part of the criteria even being on this list. If I don't have to try hard to be there, then you have a chance to be on my list of favorites. So I don't know where that tangent came from, but anyway, okay. Itta Bena, absolutely. Now, Central Barbecue. I will not name a barbecue restaurant because I don't eat barbecue at restaurants in Memphis. I don't really know a whole lot of people that do because we all eat barbecue at home. But Central Barbecue is on this list strictly for their wings. And that's going to make a lot of people mad because they're like, why didn't you name the other wing places? Because these aren't places where I'm sending people when they come in from out of town. Like Memphis, I would much rather you come to Memphis for wings versus barbecue. But yes, we have the best barbecue, better than anybody in the country. But I'm not sending you to a wing place if you come in from out of town. You get wings anywhere, even though you absolutely should try our wings. But Central Barbecue just so happens to have a great location. It is right behind the National Civil Rights Museum. So if you want some lunch, you kind of right there. And that's why they're on this list. Not because of the barbecue, but because of the wings and the location. You feel me? All right. Now, Arcade. Arcade is one of the oldest restaurants in all of Memphis. I think it's over 100 years old or something like that. It's on South Main, and they have the best sweet potato pancakes. They're very much a diner. Early morning. I don't even know what time they close. I've never been there in the evening. I don't even know if they're open in the evening. But yeah. Oh, also Arcade is right across the street from Central Station. So if you're staying at Central Station, Arcade is a great place to eat for breakfast. Another breakfast spot that might be my favorite breakfast spot downtown. It's the Garden Brunch. The only thing about the Garden Brunch is they are only open on the weekends. So you got to catch them. You got to catch them Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And they are serious. Like it's brunch hours only. So I think they're open like 9 to 2 or 10 to 2, something like that. You got to catch them. But I promise you, the best steak and eggs you've ever had in your entire life. Woo. So good. Casual lunch situation or dinner, Slider Inn. They have screens. There's always some sports activity playing in there. Very casual, but the slider menu is superb. Like I think there's about 14 options for sliders. There are vegan and vegetarian options. They have things besides sliders, but I go for the sliders. But do not leave there without getting a Jameson slushie. Tell them I told you. Yes. Now, venturing outside of downtown, let's go to the Edge District, which is right on the edge of downtown. It's literally where the name came from. So, Gem Dining, JEM Dining. It is a fairly new establishment. It's about a year old, but great dinner service, an incredible menu. Sometimes they have pre-established coursed out dinners. So it's an experience every time you go. The north side of Midtown is what we call Broad Avenue Arts District. So the Broad Avenue Arts District is literally this one street of shops and restaurants that you need to stop in. So my favorite florist, Everbloom Design, is on Broad. She's like one of the first shops that opens up Broad Avenue. And she has a beautiful gift shop. Get some flowers. You can get dried arrangements if you're traveling, so you can take them back with you and they don't die. A coffee shop in the Broad Avenue area is City and State. I love City and State. It's City and State. It's female owned. The coffee shop is attached to a little mercantile shop. So much cute stuff in there. We're talking giftables, homewares, jewelry, baby stuff, like whatever. Sugar Ghost. Sugar Ghost is an ice cream shop that also serves like boba teas. It is the most adorable little ice cream shop in town. And the ice cream and boba tea selections are delicious. It is right next door to Falling Into Place, which is another little mercantile shop on Broad. Lots of women owned products, women supplied products. Like also Falling Into Place, they host like candle making workshops and other different workshops and everything. Just super cute. The liquor store. It's called the liquor store because it actually used to be a liquor store, but they are how do you describe the food at the liquor store. I don't know. It's kind of like a Cuban stew. I don't know. It's delicious. I go for the brunch, breakfast. The pancakes, superb. Also, they're Cuban though, rich. I love them most around the holidays. They do a pop up around Christmas time, and it's just so festive. And it's just a little winter wonderland for those of us that like adult beverages and things like that. So, anyway, moving closer to Midtown, Cameo. Cameo is a cocktail bar that has a pretty great food menu as well, but you go for the cocktails and the vibes. They have karaoke. I don't remember which nights. Is it Wednesdays or Sundays? I don't know because I've never been and I keep missing it, but I have very big plans to go because if you didn't know, I love karaoke. I've never done karaoke in Memphis though, so Cameo, I'm coming for you, coming for you. But cocktail bar, open late, super great. Speaking of cocktail bars in the Midtown area, Swamp Bar. I would be remiss if I did not name Swamp Bar. Swamp Bar has the best bartenders in town. Hi, Joe and Sam. They also have an incredible dinner and late night menu. Get the dumplings. Also, just get everything else. But amazing cocktails. The facility itself was designed by a friend, David Quarles the fourth. Like, dope spot to be in. Sometimes they have live DJs, but the drinks and the food always a hit. Always. This is where the Memphian Hotel is and lots of other places that I love to go. So Swamp Bar is in Overton Square. The Memphian, the hotel is in Overton Square. The rooftop bar is called Tiger and Peacock within the Memphian, and it is one of the most beautiful establishments in the city. Great cocktails. They also have a pretty great menu for small bites while you're up there. 17 Berkshire. 17 Berkshire. French patisserie, amazing lattes, coffee, espresso, teas. It She does a tea service, so if you want like a fancy like tea party, tea situation, this is where you go. Okay. 17 Berkshire. Her pastries, though, this is the home of the best macarons in the city. But child, get the croissants, get the cookies, get the tarts, get like it. I've never had anything in there that has tasted bad, and I've had everything in there, literally everything. I've even purchased her syrups to bring home. The lavender syrup, so good. Babalu, super great, casual. I don't even know how to describe the menu, food on the menu at this establishment. It's kind of Mexican, but not. I go for the lamb sliders, but the calamari is also really good. I don't know where the menu came from or where it's going, but it's great. It's delicious. Awesome margaritas. I will tell you that. Great margaritas. My favorite restaurant, one of my top 5 in all of the city is located in Overton Square. The restaurant is called Porch and Parlor. It is the restaurant where there are tablecloths and yes, the staff wear suits and like all the fancy things. But you go in and sit at the bar and watch a Grizzlies game and you're eating off of fancy dinnerware and all kinds of things, but it feels good. It is upscale Southern cuisine. Y'all get the greens. Oh my God. And I hate to say this out loud to the people in public, but I never thought I would go to a restaurant and eat something that tastes better than my grandma made it. And the greens, their greens are the best greens I've ever had in my life. And now, grandma, you told me to never lie. So I just can't lie. So I'm just saying. They have such an amazing menu, but get them greens, okay? We're going to go into the Cooper Young area, which is essentially down the street. The beauty shop. Beauty shop, love them for brunch and dinner. The restaurant itself used to be a beauty shop. I'm pretty sure Priscilla Presley or somebody used to get her hair done there, something like that. But like the dryers are actual chairs in the restaurant. Food is great, menu's amazing. You may look at it and go, hold on, what's going on here? Because there is a menu option, and I should probably also not say this out loud, but one of the menu options is wings and watermelon. And as a Black human being, you go in there and you see that on the menu and be like, what the? But I went with somebody that ordered the wings and watermelon, because I would never order it. Um, and it was so good. And I hated that it was so good. You don't have to order when you go, but I'm telling you, it was good. Order, tell them to put it on 2 separate plates. But it's good. So anyway, I am tripping. Moving on. All right, now when we start to talk about East Memphis, so Memphis, think of Memphis as like a semicircle. So the Mississippi River, downtown Memphis, and then all of Memphis kind of spans out in like semicircle areas. So you got North Memphis, South Memphis, East Memphis is out here, but it fans out. You all out here. So it is very spread out. So these are places I love in these areas. I am not out east frequently, but when I'm meeting up with people or if I have meetings with anybody that's in the East Memphis area, these are the places I go. Hen House. Hen House is a super cute little establishment, great cocktails. It's a wine bar. So, I mean, if you're feeling girly, if it's a girls' trip, something like that, Hen House is the way to go. Andrew Michael's Kitchen, incredible Italian. The menu is always incredible. I loved their mystery dinners where you have no idea what you're getting, but they bring you like 5 courses of this incredibly beautiful cuisine and you get to guess what's in it. But you can go anytime and try out their menu and it's incredible. Bog and Barley. Bog and Barley is another fairly new establishment. It's huge, but the decor is impeccable. When they said they wanted a Irish pub, baby, they gave you Irish pub. All of the wood paneling is just it's a beautiful establishment. Also, the food is great. Soulfish. Okay, so there's a Soulfish in, I think there's 5 Soulfish locations, but there's a Soulfish in East Memphis. There's also one in Midtown. But Soulfish, you just can't beat some fried fish or fried shrimp po' boy or it's they have perfected the flash fried have my food ready in 5 minutes and it's hot and delicious like recipe. They have nailed it. Park and Cherry. Park and Cherry is a cafe that's located inside the Dixon Gallery and Gardens. So you go there for lunch. So it's like double duty. You're going to the gallery to see some art, or you're visiting when the tulips are blooming, and you stop in the Park and Cherry and have an exquisite steak salad and latte or champagne, whatever you want. But Park and Cherry. It is also Black owned. Just a great hidden gem because it's inside the gallery, so you don't really know it's there unless you're at the gallery. But absolutely. So Park and Cherry inside the Dixon Gallery and Gardens. Moon Dance. Moon Dance is another establishment that's out east. Great dinner menu. A little chain like sorta a little bit. I don't think like Capitol Grill or Seasons 52, kind of like that. But Moon Dance, I don't know if it's a chain or not. It's good. The food is good. Coastal Fish. Coastal Fish is another like destination restaurant. It is inside Shelby Farms, which is another place that's on my list. Shelby Farms, one of the largest national parks, local parks, regional parks. I don't even know, but it's big. But Coastal Fish is located on the lake in Shelby Farms, and love their menu. Also, their service is incredible as well. Great for Sunday brunch, Saturday brunch, or dinner. Just great. And then Southern Social. Southern Social, I believe, is the sister restaurant to Porch and Parlor, but it's out east. So you get very similar vibes. The menu is slightly different from Porch and Parlor, but the essence is still the same. Southern cuisine, upscale but casual, just a no miss situation. All right. So that's all the restaurants. Those are all my restaurants. But you can't just come to Memphis and eat. So I get a lot of people that are like, okay, I'm going to be there for 3 days. I'm going to be there for 2 days. I have 6 hours. I'm stopping to do X, Y, and Z, whatever. So here are the activities to do in the city of Memphis. Now, these are also my favorites, and these are absolute must-sees. Things you must do when you come to Memphis, if you have the time. Now, the National Civil Rights Museum, the oldest civil rights museum in the country, and probably the best civil rights museum. Like, to do it right, you need about 3+ hours. I mean, and that's pretty much any museum you're going to. But if you only have 5 minutes, our Civil Rights Museum is attached to the Lorraine Motel, which, of course, is the assassination site of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So you don't even have to walk through the museum. You can absolutely just walk up to the spot where he was assassinated for free. It is open to the public, but standing on that site has just as much of an effect on you as walking through the entire museum. I highly recommend walking through the entire museum, but visit the Lorraine Motel site if you have 5 minutes. Very close by, maybe a 15-minute walk, a 2-minute car ride, is Claiborne Temple and the I Am a Man Plaza. So Claiborne Temple is the site that was the meeting place for the sanitation strike. It was the organizing location for the sanitation strike, which was why Dr. Martin Luther King was in town. Claiborne Temple is undergoing renovations right now. They just finished phase 1, where the exterior of the building has been restored. If you didn't know, Claiborne Temple was abandoned for about 20 years. It was rescued about 4 or 5 years ago, and it is under reconstruction. So the exterior is done, and it is beautiful. You got to go see the stained glass windows. But right next door is the I Am a Man Plaza, which is a dedicated site to the sanitation strike workers. So be sure to stop by there. All right. FedEx Forum. And what do we do at FedEx Forum? You go see a Grizzlies game. You have to come to Memphis and experience a Grizzlies game. We are top 5 in the league right now. I don't know when you're watching this video, but as of right now, today, we are top 5 in the league. We are number 3 in the Western Conference. We have Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. It's a show. It's a parade inside my city. Yeah. You got to come see the Grizzlies, okay? Come see the Grizzlies. But the Grizzlies aren't our only national team. You can also go a couple blocks over to AutoZone Park, where our Redbirds play. The Redbirds, what do they call it? I don't know baseball terms, but like the B team to the Cardinals. Yeah, we have the Redbirds here in the city of Memphis. They have their own park, AutoZone Park, where they play, but they share the AutoZone Park with 901 FC because we also have a national soccer team. So yes, you can come get all the sports stuff that you want right here in the city of Memphis. So you can either check out a Grizzlies game, a Redbirds baseball game, or a 901 FC soccer game. So get your sports fix while you're here. So I mentioned Shelby Farms earlier. Shelby Farms is out east. It's a beautiful park. You can ride horses, get on boats, and paddle. You can ride bikes. You can hike. You can do all the things in Shelby Farms Park. But if you only have 5 minutes and you're downtown, walk down to Riverside Drive and visit Tom Lee Park. It is our newly constructed park that is incredibly beautiful. It's 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 so well done, and I've never seen a greater picture of community than walking down to Tom Lee Park. So everybody from all walks of life use that park. So if you want to know what Memphis looks like, go down to Tom Lee Park. This next thing, I hate that it's on my list, but it's one of those things where you can't not put it on the list because it's like the car wreck that you can't not see. I loathe that they turned the ninth wonder of the world, our pyramid, into a Bass Pro Shop. But it is what it is. I think they have like 100-year lease or something like that. So here we are. Head on down to the pyramid, or the pyramid with the big fish on it, to the Bass Pro. Now, if you're an outdoorsy person and you hunt and fish and things like that, then you'll absolutely love it. There's an alligator pond in there. There's all types of things. Now, I'm not an outdoorsy person. I'm not a hunter, fisher. No, that's not me. But there is a bowling alley on the first floor. You can also get on the skylift thing. I think that's what it's called. But whatever it's called, it's about $10. It'll take you up to the top, and you have the absolute best rooftop skyline view of the city of Memphis. I hate that that's where it is, but that's where you got to go to get it. Okay. But you got to stop in the Bass Pro. You got to stop in it. It's like, it's a pyramid with a Bass Pro in it. Like, you got to see what the hype is about. They also have a hotel, which I've stayed in before, and it's actually really nice. It's really nice. It's a little weird because there are no windows to the outside. Your window is to the Bass Pro store. So it's unique. But if that's your vibe, stay there. Getting into the more art-centered places that I tend to go. So downtown, you have the Jack Robinson Gallery. Head in there, check out Jack Robinson's photography. He is famous for having shot lots of famous musicians like Tina Turner, and I'm going to forget whoever else, but the Tina Turner images are very like seared in my brain. But stop in the Jack Robinson Gallery. Stop into the Withers Museum. Ernest Withers, who is also an incredible photographer, who was pretty much the prime documentarian of the civil rights era. So the Ernest Withers gallery is on Beale Street, actually. Great historian. Urevbu Gallery. It's another art gallery that features artists from the diaspora, whether local or from the actual African continent or the Caribbeans, but great art destination. Two other of my favorite art galleries are Sheet Cake Gallery and Ugly Art Gallery, both of them located in the Edge District, not even 5 minutes from each other. But these two galleries work so hard to feature local Memphis talent, and the assortment is incredible. So please stop by Sheet Cake Gallery and Ugly Art Gallery. Museums. The Brooks Museum, it's actually in Overton Park now that I think about it. So, whoops. But the Brooks Art Museum, currently, that is their current location, but they are in the middle of construction for their new downtown location where it will be rebranded as the Memphis Art Museum. Lots of incredible shows are coming through the Brooks Museum right now. They have an amazingly diverse staff that is focusing on so many different things. So no matter what time of year you're here, you're bound to catch a great show at the Brooks. The Dixon is great. Inside, there's an art gallery, but they are surrounded by the most beautiful grounds. Tulip season is my favorite. Tulips are my favorite flower. So it is just, ugh, a sight to see. Stax Museum. You cannot come to Memphis and not go to Soulsville. Soulsville is slightly south of downtown edge area. It's South Memphis, but Soulsville, and that is where the Stax Museum is located. Lots of Memphis history, but lots of music history coming out of this one destination. Soulsville is actually an amazing little plaza, rock climbing facility across the street. You have to go to the Stax Museum. You got to go to Soulsville. Got to go to Soulsville and watch their documentary, The Stax Museum Story. Oh my gosh, heartbreaking, but also we ride at dawn. You know what I mean? Royal Studios. This is where Al Green made the. Yes, go see Boo Mitchell. Go get a tour. It's another historically relevant and still currently relevant to the music industry. It's where Bruno Mars and Mark Bronson, whatever his name is, where they made their album, like Royal Studios. So these are the places where I tell people to go. If you have 1 hour driving through downtown, stop by Tom Lee Park, Bass Pro Shop, the Civil Rights Museum, and Good Fortune and pop in and get you something to eat. But it's only going to give you a morsel of what this city has to offer, and you're going to want to come back for more. Now, if you have a few days, watch this video all over again and hit up as much as possible. And like, I love to tell people to go on like a progressive dining tour. If you want to hit as many as possible, stop at one and get an appetizer, stop at another one and get, happy hour cocktails, stop at the next one and get your entree, and stop somewhere else and get a dessert. Hit as many places as you can. It's so much fun doing it that way. But Memphis has my heart and has had it for the last 13 years that I've been here. And there isn't another city in this world that hits me the way that this city does, because I just see so much potential, but I also see all the time like how many people love and invest and ride for this city. And that is why I put it on my back and shout out from the rooftops into the hills that everyone needs to come and experience Memphis in some capacity. So hopefully you found this video helpful. It took a long time for it to get here, but it's here. Now, if you want a more expedited version of this video, there is a very concise blog post on my website at carmionhamilton.com/blog. And I have linked it below in the description. And there's also a short form video somewhere on Instagram, TikTok, Shorts, somewhere. But hopefully you found this video helpful. Again, I'm Carmion, a little girl from Memphis, and I love this city, and I hope you do too. If you've been to any of these places, let me know in the comments. Would love to gloat on them together. Thanks for watching.